Marcotti said that he always makes the right decision, which is something his coach has said afterwards. And at 16 years old, Xavi has said he nearly always makes the best decision, which is really difficult in football. And we are talking about a 16-year-old. Now, they said that we heard from Lewandowski after the game, and I feel he was very responsible as well in his assessment of this player, because you do feel that it comes with a responsibility, Janusz, myself included. You know, he's going to be the topic of my La Liga piece this week. I've already talked about this player when he made his debut at 15 last season, but you do feel that we have a duty to just be that little bit careful when talking about players of this age.
Well, we do. There's two topics here. You know, what's he doing now, how good he is, and how to develop and take care of him, right? So how good is he? I mean, the boys have said it in terms of maturity. I mean, we often talk about how heavy certain shirts are. Certainly this is one. But I'll tell you about greatness. And far from me to say that he's great, but at least what he shows me is that by playing the way he is, free for such a massive, massive club, who, by the way, is nowhere near their best or the best that they've been in years past, right? I mean, this is the sort of talent that, you know, just watching Lamine, you say to yourself, there's no ceiling. Of course, we don't know what may or may not happen because the pressure is going to compound every game he plays. Everybody's going to start paying attention. Everybody's kind of like, oh, really? Okay, yeah, he's good. We got to pay attention. How much attention do we pay for? Do we pay to him? But you look at the way he moves, the way he wants the ball, the way he wants responsibility. It takes a special talent to do that on any team, never mind on Barcelona, in a way that he's played. And that's why you're talking about a special player who, I mean, when you look at it, when you look at Xavi, Iniesta, Leo Messi, those are the players, it didn't matter. See, I see him and I'd be overthinking every decision. Should I be getting the ball? Should I be yelling at the player? I'm at Barcelona. Maybe I'll be careful. I've got time. This wasn't the sort of performance that tells you, I've got time. I'm 16. I shouldn't want the pressure and responsibility. This is why we need to get excited about him. The second part, of course, is a little bit tricky, right? Because it's easy to go to Ansu Fati because he was at that point a couple of years ago, right? But that was a massive injury at the time where he was lights out, if I remember correctly. Remember that. Not just for Spain. And then he misses the whole season. So I'll wait and see. I'm not here to sit and say I'm absolutely frustrated with Ansu Fati. He'll never be a player because you can never foresee that. The better example for me with him would be Pedri, because remember the mistake they made in 2021. He played more minutes than anybody, played in European championships, played every game for Barcelona, and on top of that, somehow made a crazy decision to let him go to the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And now you sneeze at Pedri, and he's out. That's all it takes. I don't know what's going to happen with him because he was exploited so much at such a young age at that time as well. So those are the two issues. But in terms of a footballer, I mean, did you watch that the other day? I mean, 92% pass accuracy. I think he completed 34 of 37 passes away at Villarreal, where they had to come back in this game, right? I mean, great assist on the goal was, I think it was to Gavi, right? And everything else. So one knock on his game as I watch him, because that he knows that left foot is special and he loves to play that long ball. That long ball doesn't always get there. He forces it sometimes because I think he knows he can squeeze it in, and he does it almost all the time without watching if there are other options with that. But other than that, I mean, you look at his statistics and the way he played. I mean, he was the man of the match at 16 years old, Villarreal away, with plenty of stars around him. No questions about his talent.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.